Get your drink ready. Put everything in the place it should be. Shalom Aleichem. Peace being today. I am Messenger Daniel in the name of Yahweh. Welcome back, YAHUSHUA Ministries. Shalom Aleichem. Peace to all my fellow brothers and sisters, no matter where you are. Shalom Aleichem to you as you and I. May Yahweh bless you and be with you. And to every one of you who are on the four corner of the earth, may Yahweh bless you and be with you. I thanks Yahweh to drive me in that great FM.com. One of the decision is I appreciate the moment, the opportunity Yahweh has granted to me. And every one of you, no matter where you are, may Yahweh bless you and be with you. Shalom Aleichem. Peace being today. I am Messenger Daniel in the name of Yahweh. Welcome back, YAHUSHUA Ministries. It is a time now to unite the 12 tribes of Israel back to the kingdom of Yahweh. Are Christian people free from the old covenant? Why today the whole world thinking they have no obligations to observe about 10 commandments, when many of them thinking they are safe without obeying Yahweh 10 commitments? There is so many things has been changed because many leaders and spiritual leaders don't understand what takes place. If anybody believes on the prophet, on the right of the prophet, Messiah declared almost 2,000 years ago in the book of Matthew 5 verse 17. Take note, don't even thinking that I'm coming to abolish the law I was given to my servant Moshe to teach my people Israel the way to live in a righteous life. But I'm coming to fulfill the purpose the law was given to the children of Israel. In verse 18, Messiah saying, not one jot and one tittle with no mean pass away until everything accomplished or fulfilled according to their purpose. Why billion of people today thinking they are free from the commandment of Yahweh? If you believe the book of prophets, Jeremiah 31:31, Yahweh declares something to his people. Not to the whole world at large, but only to the children of Israel. If Yahweh says something, you believe in the prophet. Why today there is so many confusions among those leaders? Because a jump battery always try to jump another dead battery. Yahweh said to us in the book of Jeremiah 31:31, to those who have eyes to see, let them see, and to those who have a ear to hear, may I be Yahweh, let you understand and know his words, what it is written. Behold, the day is coming, declare Abba Yahweh, when I will make a renewed covenant with the house of Israel. Why is it the day is coming? When I will make a renewed covenant with the house of Israel. Why? Verse 32. This covenant will not be like the one that I made with the ancestors when I took them by the hands and brought them to the land of Mizraim. They broke that covenant to allow them as a husband love his wife, declare Abba Yahweh. You don't say he will done away with it unless to a cross. It will not be the covenant I made with the ancestors when I took them by the hands to lead them out of the land of Mizraim. A covenant they broke. 2 hours. A husband, just like a husband love his wife for 10. In verse 33, besides declared, but this is the renewed covenant I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, declare Abba Yahweh, I will put my commandments deep within them. I will put my commandments deep within them. And I will write my laws on the mind. I will be their father, and they will be my people. If you understand the concepts, I will make a renewed covenant with the house of Israel. Not the same ones I give to their ancestors, the wicked. But this time I will put them deep down inside of you, that spirit. I will write them in your mind. Mind is not something physical. Mind is a spiritual thing. Your brain and your mind is two different. The doctor can study your brain, but they cannot understand your mind, because your mind is something spirit, it's a spirit. The same missions is the same things, but the problem is it was a letter. Now it's about the spirit of Abba Yahweh. It's not about your skin color or about changing of your name and you are an Israelite. No. You have to have Yahweh's spirit. That's made the difference. 2,000 years ago in the book of Acts, 7 chapter verse 38, Moses was with our ancestors in the assembly of Abba Yahweh, chosen people of Israel, in the wilderness, when Abba declared to Moshe at Mount Sinai, and the Moses received life-giving word to pass on to us. If you have to pass on to us, that means the covenant is from generation to generation. This is the one who was on the congregations of the wilderness together with Abba Yahweh, that was Moshe. We spoke about speaking to Moshe on Mount Sinai, and who was with our ancestors. And Moshe received the living oracles, the living words, the living Torah, the ultimate word that is still live to be handed down to us still. It's still today, not to pass on to us. But our ancestors refused to obey Abba Yahweh. Instead, they reject Abba Yahweh commitments, and the mind turned back to Egypt. And the mind. That means you don't have to do the action. You taken only is a sin. If you do the actions, that's double sin. In the book of Acts 7, chapter verse 51, you are stubborn people. You are hardened at your mind and deaf to the truth. Must you forever resist Abba Yahweh, to the part spirit. That is why your ancestors did so you do the same. So many confusions, so many deceptions. Many people today thinking they have to be black, or they have to change up their name to be of the house of Israel. Where you are today, listen and listen carefully. The book of Romans, chapter verse 20. With Messiah as my witness, I speak with all the truthfulness, my conscience, and the serpent spirit of Abba will confirm it. Why Apostle shall declare, I may speak the truth in YAHUWEH MESSIAH. I'm not lying. My conscience bear me witness, and Abba Yahweh said by the Spirit. What you was talking to? Who you was talking to? You was talking to people who cannot understand it, or you was talking to his own fellow Israel brothers and sisters? And verse 2 in Romans 9 chapter. That I have great sorrow and unceasing anguish in my mind. Just like today. The same thing happened to me also. I have a great sorrow and unceasing anguish in my mind. Why? In verse 3. For my people Israel, brothers and sisters, I will be willing to be forever cursed, cut off from Messiah Yahushua, if that I will be able to save them. That's how stupid they was until today. Apostle Saul is not a Christian or a Baptist, a Muslim or a Jehovah's Witness. He was an Israelite, born an Israelite, circumcised in the 8 days, a member of Sanhedrin, and from the tribe of Benjamin. And verse 4, Apostle Saul declares something. They are the people of Israel chosen by Abba Yahweh, adopted children. They are the people of Israel, not the Jewish or the black Hebrew Israelite. They are the people of Israel, chosen by Abba Yahweh, adopted children. That means it's not because you are black or because you changed up your name to be an Israelite. Abba Yahweh has to choose you. Abba has to adopt you as his own adopted children. Yahweh revealed esteem to the children of Israel. Abba will make a covenant with the children of Israel and give them his commandments and give them the privilege of worshiping him and receiving his wonderful promises. That means we need to call themselves to go to school, to call themselves elders, pastors, ministers, whatsoever. But all those things, they are irrelevant from the scripture. There's no such bishop on the scripture. That's Christianity. There is prophet, disciple, and apostles. That's why we're dealing now today. But they give all kind of names for the names. They are the people Allah has chosen, who are Israelites, to whom belong to the adoptions as son, to the esteem of Yahweh, the special covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, and Moshe and David. They live into the commitment, the system of the temple worship for the original promise. But today, see, not everything changed. In verse 5, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel are the forefathers, and Messiah was an Israelite, not a black Hebrew Israelite or a Jewish, for the record, please. As far as Messiah human nature is concerned, and he is Yahweh, the human, the ones who rule over everything, and it is worthy of eternal praise. And let's say hallelujah. In verse 6, well then, that's Apostle Saul, well then, as Yahweh failed to fulfill his promise to Israel. Hello. The book of Romans chapter 6. Well then, as Yahweh failed to fulfill his promise to Israel. No. For not all who are born into nation of Israel are truly members of Yahweh people. Anybody understand it? Not me speaking it. I want you to understand what takes place in the scripture. It is written for your own benefit. Why Apostle Saul declare in the book of Romans chapter 6? Well then, as Yahweh failed to fulfill his promise to Israel, that means the Jews never be under the promise. The black Hebrew Israelite never be under the promise. Just like Ishmael. Just like Israel. And then Apostle Saul will go far off. He declared, for not for all who are born into the nation of Israel and are truly members of Yahweh, chosen people Israel. Let's read the poet. According to the flesh, Ishmael was the first son of Abraham. Why Yahweh rejected him? It's not because you say you are the son of Abraham, you are the seed of Abraham, make you are under the promise. Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of shalom. Today, people say whatever they want to sing. They have to make a music, but there is no instrument. We need Yahweh's spirit. That makes the difference, not your skin color. And verse 7, being descendant of Abraham doesn't make them truly Abraham's children. That's a symbolic. That means if you are descendant of Abraham, that doesn't make you truly Yahweh chosen people. That's what I mean. For the scripture declared, Isaac is the son through whom your descendant will be counted. To Abraham and all the children too, but they are not under the covenant. After Sarah died, Abraham every other wife, you have 4 other children, but they are not under the promise, under the covenant. Even they are the seed. His first son named Ishmael, but that was a physical son born to him. That's why he was rejected by Yahweh. Are we there? So that means I will make a covenant with the children of Israel. Why he say Isaac, not Ishmael? is the son. According to the nature, it's supposed to be Ishmael. I went to Abba Yahweh. It was Isaac. Because Sarah was the wife of Abraham. Agar was something Sarah tried to do in her own authority, in her own flesh desire. That's why he was rejected by Abba Yahweh. Abraham have other children, but they are not under the promise. Because that's Abraham's children, they are not Abba Yahweh children. In verse 8, this means that Abraham's physical descendants are not necessarily children of Abba Yahweh. Hello? Are we there? The line going to be open today for people who want to ask some questions. I know you're going to ask some questions today. In other words, it's not the children by physical Abraham those who are Abraham's children, but it is the children of the promise who are with God as Abraham descendant. On the day one, Isaac only was under the covenant. This means that Abraham's physical children are not necessarily children of Abba Yahweh. Only the children of the promise are considered to be Abraham's children, because he was under the promise. Just like I can get 100,000 children. The one under the promise, they are the one who count as my descendants according to Abba Yahweh. If you understand. In verse 9, for this was all the promise was taken. At the appointed times, Abba Yahweh declared that I will return and Sarah will have a son for you, not Agar. I never told you Agar will get a son for you. I said your wife Sarah. Why are you impatient? Why you cannot wait? Just start today. We all mess up because lack of patience. We get to wait. There is a time and a season about operating for everything. I will never promise not to give, but we always rush to do things. And not only also, but also when Rivka has conceived children by one man, our forefather Yitzhak. But before they were born, before they had doing anything good or bad, she received a message from Abba Yahweh. This message so that about choose people according to his own purpose. So since Jacob was his mother's womb, I was already choosing him, not Esau. There was two brothers, same mother, same father. Why he chose one and rejected the other one? Why Ishmael was the first son, physical son of Abraham? Why Abraham rejected him 100%? Because he's not the author of confusion. Before, Romans 9 chapter verse 11, but before they were born, they had done anything good or bad. They were still at the mother womb. She received a message from Abba Yahweh. This message so that I will choose people according to his own purpose. Now we choose to do something according to our own flesh desire, so there is a difference. I want you to understand the meaning. I will choose people according to his own purpose. It's not by your skin color. It's not by changing of your name. It's the same thing in Jeremiah 1st chapter verse 5. I will declare to Jeremiah, before I even put you in your mother womb, I knew you. Before I even put you in your mother womb. Before you were born, I already set you apart. I already sanctified you to be a prophet to the nation of Israel. So it's not when you're born about it choose you. It chose you before it put you in your mother's womb. Before you even born. It chose you to be who you should be. But by going to school, they lie to you. They teach us to hate. We should be love one another. I might call people, but not according to their good or their bad works. She was declare, your older son will serve your younger son. But there is a lot of people today who call Yaakov is a tricker, is a deceiver, when the blessing was belong to him. That's confusion, because you don't understand the scripture. There is a prophecy about Yaakov. There is a prophecy only Rivka would know about Yaakov, and Esau, his father Isaac, would know about him. So there's a competition between the mother and the father. Isaac loved Esau. Rivka loved Yaakov because he know who is Yaakov. So two of them never get together. Yaakov was always with her mother, and Esau was always his father. I will talk to Rivka. I don't choose people according to what you do. Because when you choose Jeremiah, Jeremiah was doing any good work or bad works. The same thing when you choose Yaakov on the wombs of Rivka. They was not doing anything wrong, good or bad, or workings, do something for Abiel. They always choose them. But today people choose themselves. They call themselves, oh, I'm a pastor. Easy way to make money. The thief is coming not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Let's remember that. There is so many thieves, not enough endings. Every single people want to be a pastor. Why? Because of the 10%. Tithe and offering. Do you know the tithe and offerings? You don't want to hear from them. Because it's the way the members send, give them houses, buy them house, cars, everything. Bet me, you don't even try to help to that good of them that come with you. This means that Abraham's physical children are not necessarily children of Yahweh. Only the children of the promise are considered to be Abraham's children. I mean, Yahweh chosen people. Today, what we see today is bad. Republicans, they use skin color. The kingdom of Abba doesn't build unto no one. It's skin color. If you understand what the scripture declared to you, is not the physical Abraham's children who are Abraham's children, who are Abraham's chosen people. The book of Romans says something to us. Romans 8 chapter verse 8. See that they are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. Romans 8 chapter verse 8. See that they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. Our ancestors died on the wilderness over 3,500 years ago. 5 million plus children, infants, and women doesn't count. The Red Sea was open past through after 40 days. Because Israel was a chosen carnal, physical people without Yahweh's spirit. They can handle the truth. After 40 days, they see the men of Moses bring us here to die. We don't know what's coming to Moses. Give us a God we can serve. they build a golden calf. That is why those who are still under the control of the sinful nature can never please Abba Yahweh. You must be in the spirit. Remember, Jeremiah 31:31-34. If Abba's spirit is not in your mind, if Yahweh's spirit is not dwelling upon you, there is no way you can love nobody, you can do anything wrong, anything good. Apostle Shaul said something in the previous verse 7. Because the mind of the flesh is enmity toward Abba Yahweh. The mind of the flesh is enmity toward Abba Yahweh. The mind doesn't submit to Abba Yahweh's commandments, nor can it do so. Remember on the Garden of Eden, what was taking place? Only one commandment given to Adam. A privilege, he can eat every tree on the Garden of Eden, except only one, the tree who owned the midst of the garden, the tree of the land, the good and the evil. For in the day you eat from the tree of the good and evil, you will certainly die. He was not care about the flesh. Because Satan go to Eve, he say, that not she not will die. She eat the fruit. That was not fruit, that was an apple, that was sex. And she go to Adam and say, you see, I eat the tree, I'm not dying. And say, really? Let me get some too. This is the condemnation of humanity today. The mind of the flesh is enmity to Abba Yahweh. So that means when you leave the flesh, lead you are doomed. The waste of sin is dead. But today you see, build up people. They call themselves Christians. Oh, I'm a newborn again Christians. They don't all carry bad things, dressings improperly, fake head, those days, walking naked, big butt, big days, and everything. Because they are governed according to their flesh desire. So they want people to see them according to the flesh. Apostle Saul declared in Romans 9, verse 9. You or ever, you, not we, not all, you or ever, are controlled not by the flesh. You or ever are not controlled not by the flesh, but by Abba Yahweh set upon the spirit. If the spirit of Abba Yahweh live in you, and if anyone does not have Messiah spirit living in them, that means he does not belong to Messiah Yahushua. You don't say you have to be black or change of the name. His spirit makes the difference. That's the seal you belong to him. The same thing when you are ambassador to a country, when you go, there is a seal which country you are represented. You see, that is the seal for the United States of America, right? That is the seal for Jamaica. That is the seal for everything. The country you are. But today, why are people thinking you have to be black? Or you have to change of your name? Do there's a verse in the scripture who declare that in order for you to be an Israelite, you get to be black? Or you have to change of your name, have a Hebrew name, when we should be a nation, when we should be scattered on the four corners of the earth? Why Messiah said to his disciples, go everywhere on the earth, proclaim the good news to all the creatures. If the kingdom of God only built with skin color, or according to your name, you want to tell me only so-called Africa, Ethiopia, and Jamaica, and Haiti, and Bahamas, and the Hyland? Only black people will be saved? How about the others? About is the father of unjust or equate everything for its own purpose. That no make no sense. You, however, are called not by the flesh. My friend, I'll tell you something. Long time ago, I was called by the flesh. You can see my picture when I was 225 pounds. I was doing everything according to this wicked world because I want to fit this society. That's why we go up. We all been deceived. I was relaxing every day. When he 20 millions, 40 million, I can play for $500. I was addicted. I was obsessed because I said I wanted to win. That was the flesh. I was doing everything. When the time of football, nobody can make me go nowhere. Basketball, who? 9/11, my eyes were still open when 9/11. Because I was watching news 24/7. My television never off. Because I was paralyzed. There's only one thing I can watch television. I drink Cuban coffee anytime. But I'll be away. I will rescue me from all those things. No coffees, no watches, no jewelry, no gold, no suit. Because I was taking the suit, the Rolex watch, the carry watch. The Jew was to me, make me Daniel. And I said, I quit it with Daniel. There should be a transformation made in your life. Today, I'm going to say something about me. I want for women. Sometimes they go in these seminars by dozen. When they see they don't get what they get, they flee. Resist from Satan. He will flee away from you. I will see that the temptation, believe me. If it was long time, I will say, come on, baby. And I won. I just like Joseph. It's the same thing today when Yahweh choose you out of the darkness. You cannot dress the same way you used to be dressed. Your behavior has to change. Your talk has to be changed. Your conversation has to be changed. Because Apostle Shaul declared that those who are in Messiah Yahushua have no condemnation. Because Yahshua's spirit is in you. There's no condemnation. To those who don't have no spirit of Yahweh, you do not belong to Yahweh. So the spirit is what will make the difference, not your skin color or your name. If you have any questions after 4 o'clock, you are welcome. You must have the spirit of Yahweh. It's the same thing when Messiah was baptized according to the book of Luke 1 chapter verse 1. You see, he said, after Yahshua was go to the wilderness, he was full with the spirit and he was led also by the spirit of Yahweh. So that means if you are in the flesh, you cannot please Yahweh. You have to be the spirit in order to please Yahweh. The book of Romans 7 chapter verse 5. For when we live according to the flesh, the sinful passions, sex, pleasure, which were brought to light by the commandments, were at work. And the part of our bodies to be food for death. Most of you don't understand. If the 10 commandments has been done away or nailed to a cross, how can we know when we commit adultery? Because if there's no law, there is no sin. There's nothing to be breaking. For when we live according to the flesh, the sinful passion you see today on the churches, on the synagogue, on the temple, on the street, everywhere, on sex, everywhere. women walking naked. You can see their coochies. And they call themselves born again. What kind of born again it is? Born again is not to walking naked. It's a change of mind. It's a change of behavior. It's a change of your actions. That's what born again means. Repentance. You are born again, you continue to the same life you was doing before. Sometimes there are worse. When we got brought to light, obey our 10 commandments. We're at work. And the part of our bodies to be food for death. Sometimes asking, why I don't can look to those women? I see people look at them and say, oh la la. I say, what do you see? Hey man, you are not a man? You don't see? I say, what do you see? You see the shape of the woman? I said, but you have what for your house? Man, I'm going to take my chance. I said, good luck to you. The rabbit takes, the grass going to be green, and sometimes the grass is red, black, purple, yellow. It's not what you see. It's what you cannot see. And woman, first to verse 21, verse 20. For since the creations of the earth are by Yahweh invisible power, invisible quality, our eternal power. And ultimate have been revealed, been understood by men. But guess what? Verse 21. Yes, to the know of Yahweh. To the know of Yahweh. They know who he is. But they will not worship Yahweh. Yes. Romans 1 verse 21. Even they know Yahweh who he is. But they will not worship Yahweh as the Almighty Creator. Or give Yahweh thanks. And they began to take up foolish ideas of what our look was. Like it like what? As a result, the mind become dark and confused. Look at them in Hollywood. They worship their own selves. They bow down to their own selves. They call them superstars. I call them super distractions. They have all the money, everything, but they never have a peace in the mind. Because the money cannot buy peace. The only way to have peace if you have a relationship with Yahweh. Mr. Aswa said, the peace I give it to you is not as the world is giving to you. The world go to war to make peace. It's not peace. You cannot chase hate with hate. You chase hate with love. Yes, the earth know about Yahweh, but they are refused to worship Yahweh. They worship men. They worship image made by men. Tents made by workmanship, so that men are without no stews. Listen. Because they knew Yahweh, workmanship, so that men are without stews. Romans 1 verse 21. There's no excuse for any one of you. And verse 22. Or to the claim to be wise, they become fools. You see people call themselves teachers. I was thinking I was on the top of this world. But I was on the darkness. Every single person went to university, they think they are somebody. When they fill with knowledge. We spend years in school. What kind of book we are reading? Dead man book. People who died long ago. That's the same book they make you teach you. But we think we are somebody. Because we went to university. I was so dumb I learned it. If we all understand the context of the scripture, if we send to Apostle Saul, declared it, in Romans 2 chapter, verse 28, a person is not an Israel who is one only outward, nor of circumcision, merely outward and physical. So it's not what you see who make you an Israelite, it's not your skin color or baptism of the name. I don't write it, I just interpret it to you. You might be hate me, stone me. This is the word of the scripture. For you are not a true Israelite just because you were born an Israelite. Nor because you have given through the ceremony of circumcision. Those Jewish people, they are circumcised, but they are not of the house of Israel. The people who are circumcised, they are not of the house of Israel. For it's not a real Israelite, for he is not a real Israelite who is only on skin color, on physical ways, or a true circumcision. Something external or physical. No, that's something internal, not external. That's spirit, not flesh. That's the reason why Apostle Saul declared in the book of Romans 8 chapter verse 8. If you are still live according to your flesh, you can please your flesh, but you cannot please Yahweh. The start says, I always do things to please my Father, because he was not in the flesh. If you want to be Yahweh's chosen people, we must let the flesh go. The desire, the crave for sex, pleasure, drinking, drugs, alcohol, those must go. The way you dress to make people see how beautiful you are. That's the flesh desire. In verse 29, no, a true Israelite is one who is mine, is right with Yahweh. The true Israelite, Apostle Saul declare, the book of Romans 2 chapter verse 29. It's not about your skin color, it's about your mind. It's about the change of your mind, the transformation of your mind. That makes you right with Yahweh. It's not your skin color or by changing of your name. And true circumcision is not merely outward or a letter by obeying the letter of 620 laws. A commitment is a spiritual and it's supposed to be in your mind. A state of and change of mind produced by Yahweh's spirit. Therefore, to change of your mind, that makes you set apart with Yahweh. That if you have the same mind with Yahweh, you see there is millions of pastors and ministers all over the world. They go against the scripture. They know well Sunday has nothing to do with our Sabbath. But because of the sake of the money, filthy gain, because of the flesh, nice dress, wigs, fake nails, fake elbows. What are you Christian on there? This is not the way Yahweh has created. Keeping the spirit of the commandments and serving others from the mind is what it is please Yahweh. And other to actually purify our thoughts and intents. We need a new mind and a new spirit. King David, when his situation is about, please give me a new spirit. There's of fornications, of adultery, a murderers, a killer. Take them away from me. Give me a new one. Today, every king that is mine, we need their spirit. That spirit will make you worship Baal. That spirit will make you dressing naked. They can see your coochies. But the wigs, you don't need those kind of things. Vanity upon vanity. The excession of the spirit. People today, they want to get injection to have a big boots. They have a fake boobs. The fake butt. Now people are talking with their mouth, they don't with their butt, because they have no mind, no brain. They're dancing, they're twerking. Men and women, young and old, because they do not have Yahweh's spirit. Keeping the spirit of Yahweh is keeping his commitments. And serving others from the mind, not from the flesh, is what is pleasing Yahweh. That's why flesh and blood cannot please Yahweh. In order to actually purify our thought, our intent, our behavior, our actions, we need a new spirit. We need a new mind. Romans 2 verse 13. For it's not those who heed the commandments who are right with Yahweh, but it is those who obey the commandments of Yahweh who declare righteous. Today, people talking all kind of things. They sing all kind of songs. The only song you never know is about the kingdom of Yahweh. Yahweh sent me to declare his kingdom. Many of you might be thinking when they ain't gonna be, besides what tell us when they ain't gonna be. They will only sing his language. He said the good news of the kingdom of Yahweh must be proclaimed. That is the time. The good news of the kingdom of Yahweh will be proclaimed everywhere on the earth as a witness. Then the end should come. If you can come, you can listen to those. The battery is dead. And you want them to give you a job. Come. You need somebody. The spirit is awake. The battery is strong. Spiritual can boost your spirit also. Not ones who are really dead. And I will give eternal life to those who keep on doing what is good. That means I will give you eternal life. Only one condition. It's not because you are black or you change of your name. Because you obey his commandments. You do what is good. But not obey his commandments, do what is wrong. Seeking after the esteem of Yahweh and the honor, the immortality that Yahweh offered to you and also to your loved one. In verse 8, Yahweh will put out his anger and wrath on those who have lived for themselves, live according to their own flesh desire. You can see those kind. People, they came for the one reason. There is sex. There is drugs. There is drink. Parley. As Apostle Saul declared on the last day, men will be lovers of themselves. That's why they dress the way they dress. Because men can see them. That's not love, that's lust. That's why the Lord pleasure. Because sex gonna be end. Sex is good. But there is some regulations and instruction for sex. Sex is not for pleasure. Sex was made for reproductions. Animal kingdoms. Animal every sex only for reproductions, not for pleasure. I will never bless when you say go. Every fun, every pleasure. Everything is vanity upon vanity. A vexation of their spirit. I will put out his anger and wrath on those who live for themselves, mean those who still live according to their own flesh desire, who refuse to obey Yahweh commandments, and instead live life of wickedness. Billions of people call themselves born again. Don't even know. They go to church on Sunday, and Monday they go to abortion clinic. But they are born again. Oh, I'm born again Christians. We'll tell you, you say, oh, on the blood of Jesus. Who is Jesus? You say, oh, my Jesus. I want to be my Jesus. And they're booking all the 10 commandments. He says, if you love me, then obey my commandments. No one can enter the kingdom of Yahweh. We don't care what color you are, how high you are. I do not see as a man see. Men see according to the appearance of the shape of the body. But I will see your mind. All those I will reject them. I will see those mind is right with him. Those who can handle the truth. Those whatever the circumstances will not back down. It is better for a man to die for some things than to live for nothing. A person is an Israelite who is one inwardly, and circumcision is circumcision on the mind, not on the flesh, not by your skin color. In order for you to be circumcised in your mind, it should be by the Holy Spirit. Not by the written code, such as a person's praise is not from Yahweh, but from others. Keeping the spirit of the covenant and serving others from the mind and from the spirit is what pleases Yahweh. In order to actually purify our thought, intent, behavior, and actions, we need a new spirit and a new mind. For it's not those who hear the commandments who are righteous in the sight of Yahweh, but those who obey Yahweh, who will declare right. I will give you eternal life to those who keep on doing good, seeking after the esteems, honor, and immortality that Abel has offered to you. That Abel will put out his anger and what? On those who live for themselves, who are refused. They know, but they are refused. Now they say because you have to be black. It's not the physical. Israel. My friends, anyone who live and make, but still an infant, is not acquainted with the teachings about righteousness. Solid food is for those who are mature, who taught training, have the skill to recognize the difference between right and wrong. But those leaders don't understand what is wrong and right. You have been believed so long. Now that you are to be teaching on this instant, you need someone to teach you again the basic thing of imagery about other words. You are like an infant who need milk and cannot eat solid food. Those preachers, those elders, You don't need to feed and make. You don't need the same food. You want to be teached by someone from the word of Yahweh. Be quiet. Take a back seat. The Yahweh teach you. You don't call yourself. A time and a season for everything's on the distance. It's not your skin color make you an Israelite. It's not about changing of your name. It is state of your mind. About as to put his commandment into your mind to be his, that is sealed. The spirit is a seal. Not your name changing, not your skin color. It's about separate spirit. Anyone, black, purple, yellow, white, pink, silver, greens, if you know of Yahweh's spirit, you are not belong to Messiah. Point blank, no in between, no vice versa. To all my fellow Israel brothers and sisters, I thank you so much. I thank about for everyone of you to listen to his message. That Messiah will be go vows. The world has to be known. To start by deceived by others. Messiah declared to me, go everywhere. That's why I am that good FM.com. 240 countries listen. Not even once is a big victory. If you once they repent from their wicked ways, is a victory. All the angels will be rejoiced. My friends, my fellow Israel brothers and sisters, the listeners, the viewers, no matter where you are on the four corners of the earth, may Yahweh bless you and be with you. May Yahweh give his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you. May Yahweh if you consider upon you and give you shalom. B'Shem Yahushuah HaMashiach, Maker of Israel. Before we go, remember, every Sunday and Thursday, from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, from 12 to 1 p.m. PST Time, that greatfm.com. The app is free. As Brother Bimal said, costs you nothing. There's no excuse. Oh, I don't have the money to download it. It's free. Because sometimes I don't have no internet. Sometimes I have to use 3, 4, 5 internet to get the boost. It's such a privilege. They can take away any times. Don't take anything for granted. Time is short. The clock is ticking. And Satan working triple time to accomplish their agenda. We have to wake up with things. May I bless you and be with you. May I give his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you. May I if you continue upon you, give you shalom. B'Shem Yahushuah HaMashiach. The name I declare, I proclaim to you. One day, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Yahushuah HaMashiach is Yahweh who manifests in the flesh to the seal of the Father. I am Messenger Daniel. Until next time, shalom aleichem. Peace be today. To the Yahweh with much more love, blessing, and shalom. Be blessed and stay blessed. If you have any question, please, you are welcome. 754-277-9247. If anyone of you have any question, please, we take your questions. 277-9247. Repeat. Anyone of you have any questions? The line is on at that greatfm.com. The number is 754-277-9247. You have 2 minutes. If nobody called, that means you're not interested to ask any questions. If you're a city soldier, you're going to break it down. It's calling. Why do you want to call? Nobody have any questions? To know not is Israelites are black? The seal is the statue of Yahweh. It's not your skin color. If all the people on the earth was black, why Abba choose Abraham to be his possessions, to be his own? There were 7 nations on the land of Canaan. Why Abba do not choose every one of them? The earth was full with people. He chose Noah to accomplish his missions. He chose Abraham. And he continues the covenant with his son Isaac. He sealed his covenant with Jacob, who later became Israel. Esau was not an Israelite. Why? When he was same father, same mother, Abraham was his grandfather. Why he was not inherited the children of Israel? Or I say, I hate Esau and I love Jacob. Just think about it. Any questions? 754-277-9247. If there's a pastor, the phone was going to be crazy. Went crazy. There is no listeners. Do you have any questions? No viewers? Are you on the phone of it? Are you listening? Or do I free it? Fall down is an accident. But by getting to the ground is a choice. We're all here to learn. I keep on learning every day. I can sit down from 6, 7 o'clock until 1 o'clock in the morning to learn from YAHWEH. All those notes, I have about 20 notebooks. I keep on writing. My pocket always full with paper. When you give it to me, I just write them down. That's the learning process. This is a school over here. We must learn. On the other side, there's no school. The test, we have to pass the test here. I keep on learning until I leave this world. That's why we're here. The school is here. Yet again, 754-277-9247. The light is on. Nobody went the phone. Messenger Daniel is waiting. Nobody is there. Everybody's sleeping. How do you watch the game? Which game today?
I don't think they're sleeping. I think the message is so clear. So clear that it leaves them speechless.
Hallelujah. Praise YAHWEH for that. So they have no question asking. That sounds good to me. I enjoy every second YAHWEH has given the opportunity. Because I do that because of I bless. It's a joy. It's a blessing. I text everyone loves you. And I see you next week. How that sound? I see you Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time and 12 to 1 p.m. PST Time. Be blessed and stay blessed. And enjoy your blessing for the week to come with our YAHWEH be with you and to your loved one as well. Shalom Aleichem to you. Peace be to them. I am Messenger Daniel. Say thank you to listen to thatgreatsm.com. And until next time, Shalom Aleichem. Peace be to them.
Absolutely, man. That's going to do it for me, Brother Daniel, City Soldier, right here. The Big Mike Show Rewind, Sunday. Catch us here each and every Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. Brother Daniel comes your way at 3 p.m. City Soldier comes your way at 1 p.m. And that's Eastern Time. So, until next time, you can always find me right here at the Great FM, The Big Mike Show.